Sunshine either. We're going to be kind of that sun cloud mixture over the next few days, and I think bring in some extra clouds for Christmas. Right now, we're pinpointing a really weak disturbance off of our coast. It's going to continue to work its way closer to us and then push back away. So we're really not going to talk about too much rain coming from that thing. Most of us are going to be on the drier side this evening, although I do think we'll see a few extra clouds. If you're on the coast, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're at 62 in Leesburg, 62 degrees in the Villages, back to the upper 50s in Palm Coast right now. At least one of the milder nights we've now seen in a few days. 65 by 7 o'clock. We're hanging around 60 by 9. By around midnight, we're falling back to the upper 50s. We're going to keep things in the low to mid 50s overnight. So already starting to warm things back up with a few clouds. We are going to watch for some pretty thick fog to develop again tonight across parts of central Florida. We are going to pinpoint who sees the most fog or who has the best chance to get in on that fog, especially if you're up early tomorrow, maybe doing some last-minute Christmas shopping. We're going to have that coming up at about 6:47, guys.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. Get Pinpoint Weather on the go, plus use live interactive radar with our free News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. Search WKMG in your app store. A Melbourne police officer sent to the burn unit as he escapes with his life from a fire. It happened at Officer Anthony Sirocco's home in Indy Atlantic. He lost almost everything.
News 6's James Barbero spoke to the officer's close friend and mentor, who is now calling on the community to get results.
So Jeff Cabral with me is a retired Melbourne police officer, an influence of why Anthony Sirocco joined the police force as well, Jeff. First of all, just tell us, how is he doing? I understand second-degree burns, very serious.
Yeah, he's got some burns on his head and on his hands. It's pretty painful. As a matter of fact, he's going to see his primary care doctor today. He's going to get some more treatment for that. And we're just trying to keep him from getting infection and, want to make sure that he heals up.
How did this get started?
He woke up in the morning. He was going to go make some breakfast for his dog, and he went to heat up some oil on the stove. And while he was waiting for it to heat up, he laid down by his dog and just kind of fell asleep and woke up to the crackling of the fire.
And Anthony tried to extinguish those flames. And in the meantime, he had to save the life of his dog, too. So really, heroism in action, saving his dog.
Yeah, it was out of his control. It just went up, and so then he decided to leave, but his dog ran back into the bedroom, which was the wrong way. And so he had to go back and get his dog out, yeah.
Yeah, and now he just needs all the help possible from the community. And I see the donations are pouring in, more than $20,000 right now on the GoFundMe you've set up. That's great news.
Yeah, that's really, really great for him to feel that support and love.
Do you think he wants to be a police officer when he's ready to do so again?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he can't wait to get back to work. He loves his job.
Jeff says that Officer Sirocco will stay with him for now as he recovers and makes a plan to move forward. If you'd like to help him on that journey, I'll put a link to the fundraiser on our website. Just find this story on clickorlando.com. In Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, Getting Results News 6.
Oh, so happy that he is going to be okay. It's a long road to recovery, but he had to go back and get his dog.
Had to. And yes, you can rebuild, and it's great to have really thoughtful friends like he has to take care of him and set that GoFundMe up. But yes, the most important two things in that house, we're out of it. So that's the best part.
Well, if you are looking to hit the beach more in the new year, big changes are coming in Volusia County. Starting January 1st, the county will start charging non-Volusia residents for off-beach parking.
This comes just a few months after the county started charging non-residents more to drive and park on the beach. News 6's Molly Reed breaks down what you need to know before making the drive out.
Starting January 1st, you'll have to pay to park in one of the 60 Volusia County beach parking lots. That goes for one of the large beach parks like this and these smaller lots off to the sides of ramps and walkways. So now when you pull into these parking lots, you'll start seeing signs in them saying Park Volusia with instructions on how to pay your $20. A few of the bigger parks will also have these license plate readers.
We can capture your tag as soon as you enter into the park, and if you don't pay within 10 minutes, you'll get a bill sent to your house.
That's the county's coastal director, Jessica Fentress. So if you think you're going to be coming to the beach a lot and you're not a Volusia resident, you can instead get an annual pass at parkvolusia.org. That's also where you need to go if you are a Volusia resident to get your free pass. Now, why is this all happening? Back in October, the Volusia County Council here voted to raise the price for non-residents to drive onto the beach and also start charging them for off-beach parking so that it's free for residents.
Maintenance of our beach beach is subsidized by our taxes. So those people who live in Volusia County and own property in Volusia County are already paying to use their beach.
Now here's where things might get a little tricky with an annual pass, whether you're a Volusia resident or not.
This does not include the New Smyrna city lots that are operated, and it does not include the City of Daytona Beach's lot.
So that means, for example, if you're going to New Smyrna Beach and you want to park in that parking lot at the end of Flagler Avenue, that lot is owned by the City of New Smyrna Beach. So you will need a City of New Smyrna Beach annual pass. Your county pass will not work there. The best way to tell who owns a lot, look at the signs around. The cities will say the cities at the top, the counties will say the county at the top. In Volusia County, I'm Molly Reed, getting results, News 6.
And Volusia County also wants to hear from anyone who uses its beaches to help shape the future of the coast. Now, with beach user surveys open through January 12th, anyone who lives there or just visits the beaches are asked to fill it out. It's all about the makeup of the beaches and helping the county get eyes all over as engineers look for solutions to erosion. Your answers will be specific to the beach you visit the most in Volusia.
Not every solution will work in our unique environment. So we're taking the grain size analysis, the shoreline trends, and then the feedback from the community. And we're going to present to our community in some public meetings at the end of February our research, what we found in our research, and then our community survey results.
And you can find the survey at volusia.org.
Let's take a look at what's trending right now on Central Florida's #1 news website, clickorlando.com. First, it was Canada, then the Panama Canal. Now, President-elect Donald Trump wants Greenland again. He is renewing unsuccessful calls he made during his first term for the United States to buy Greenland from Denmark.
Now, Greenland is a territory of Denmark, but is allowed to govern itself. Trump also suggested over the weekend the U.S. could retake control of the Panama Canal and Canada should become the 51st state. It's not known if these are serious goals of the Trump administration.
You think that's AI right there?
I don't know. Something
It is.
happened.
That was AI. Here are some other stories trending
You
right
never know
now.
anymore.
I know. That one was clear. On clickorlando.com, public stores will be closed on Christmas, but they'll stay open Christmas Eve until 7 p.m. So those last-minute things, you can go. Clickorlando.com has the details on other stores closing or staying open ahead of the holiday.
And in less than 10 hours, Santa will be making his way around the world, starting to deliver the presents to billions on the nice list, Justin. Click Orlando has information on how you can watch his flight with the NORAD Santa tracker. There's no need for some of you to watch because he's not coming.
Jury's still out on me? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say it,
We'll
but
see.
you
There's still
did.
time. He's always watching.
All right, when you did some shopping this season, you probably ordered some gifts online.
But before you purchase that gift, you probably check the reviews first. That's what we all do,
Yep.
right? But what if it's not legit? So coming up, we're going to tell you how the schemes are looking to steal from you during the holiday season. And what can be done to make this stretch of Orange Avenue near Winter Park safer after multiple crashes? Well, FDOT is finally getting results, and we're following up to show you how. You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus. We're getting results for Cocoa, St. Cloud, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, so when you did some Christmas shopping this holiday season, it's likely you made some of your purchases online. But while surfing on the web, how much did the reviews sway your decision?
Here's the thing, are those reviews even legit? Well, a former federal investigator tells News 6 investigator Louis Bolden she has uncovered a pattern of online reviews that are probably 5-star fakes.
I have seen fake reviews across every single profession you can imagine.
She's a former federal investigator tracking a fast-moving social media pitch game from her home computer in California. Need a good review? Just buy it.
It's very hard for consumers to determine which reviews are real or faked.
That's why Kay Dean has launched a one-woman YouTube campaign.
After watching my videos, you'll never trust online reviews again.
Dean contacted News 6 after tracking a series of Google reviews at an Orlando business.
In fact, I looked this morning, I think they had 19 reviews posted in an hour.
Dean's fake review watch has developed two common denominators, a sudden spurt in reviews and locked profiles blocking access to other reviews if there are any. But there's something else, the same consumer profiles posting great reviews for different companies around the world.
These are organized fake review rings.
Look, the fake review watch spreadsheet confirms the 10 people behind those positive reviews in Orlando also showed up on reviews for a roofing company in the UK, 4,000 miles away.
It is the Wild West, the online review space. It truly is. It's just so saturated with this kind of garbage going on every single day. Congress needs to change legislation.
Getting results, I'm Louis Bolden, News 6.
Boy, I agree with her.
Oh, but you need someone who is passionate about something like that to take it on. And trust me, it's going to get done. It just takes time. It's a sad day when you have to worry about something like that.
Thing is, every time, it doesn't happen a lot, but there have been times where I'll go and do something. I don't want to put anyone on blast. That's why I'm kind of like biting my tongue.
Yeah.
But they will say, hey, 10%, 15% off of your payment if you give us a 5-star review. And it's like, I haven't even seen what you've provided me.
You got to be careful
and
with
that's,
things like that.
I think, what you're seeing
But some
too,
people will take that discount and write something glowing about it. All right, don't do it. News 6 is working with Kay Dean and Florida Representative Darren Soto to bring potential changes to the online review arena to protect consumers from all those 5-star fake reviews.
5-star fakes. And there is more to look out for. Gift cards are one of the most popular wish list items this time of year, or maybe just gifts that you don't have anything else to get, so it's a gift card. But the Federal Trade Commission is issuing a warning as the holiday shopping rush continues. So the FTC says scammers can get the gift card number and PIN even before you purchase that gift card. About 53% of shoppers requested them this year. CBS Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady discusses what to look out for.
If the protective sticker has been removed, if that barcode has been scratched off, really any signs of tampering, go talk to a store manager and frankly, maybe even just go to a second store because we're learning that these scammers can actually tamper in batches. And this is really important because if they have your gift card number, if they have the PIN, they can take all the money that you've loaded on for your loved ones.
Oof. Boy, wouldn't that be frustrating? Oh my goodness. The FTC recommends shoppers keep all those gift card receipts to identify your unique purchase and report fraud as early as possible to the company or to the commission.
It is
directly.
my nightmare because I don't mind giving a gift card to someone if I know that's what they like.
Bingo.
But my fear is, what if somebody swiped it or they? So I always put the little receipt in with.
Yeah.
So you can have that with
PIN
you.
though and make sure that wasn't
Crazy.
scratched off is something that I will certainly look out for nowadays, no doubt.
All right, it's just more work for us.
Of course there is.
All right, let's take you to one of my favorite places. This is a live look at Mount Dora, and it is popping tonight. Certainly cooler over the weekend, but it doesn't look like the cold is here to stay for the holidays, and it certainly hasn't kept these Mount Dorians and the visitors, inside. Yeah, it looks really nice. Meteorologist Jonathan Kagas is here to tell us about the warm-up for Christmas.
Yeah, you know, for being such a warm climate, we certainly do Christmas well around these parts.
That's
There's so
for
many
sure,
cute little towns, and obviously Mount Dora is one of those. And you can see it's popping.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah. Temperatures, guys, in the 50s and 60s, even a few 70s still on the board. In Daytona Beach, it's a little gray out there right now. We have a few extra clouds along the coast. 60 62 degrees under mainly cloudy skies. The breeze out of the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. We will continue to watch temperatures, though, go the other direction. You'll notice when you look at the regional map, we've got some colder air still just kind of dammed up against the mountains. We call that cold air damming. Whenever high pressure is kind of locked into the northeast like that, the cold air comes right down the mountains. So that cold that you see right here in the Carolinas and North Georgia, that is not coming here. We are going to see the warmth from Miami to Tampa to right in Central Florida continue to surge back up to the north just a little bit. There's that chunk of high pressure, by the way, that's causing that colder air to spill down the spine of the Appalachians. What we're dealing with here is that wind shifting to an easterly and then eventually southeasterly component to start to pump in some of that extra air, but with warmer air. But with that warmer air also going to come the addition of fog once again. For that, here's a look at your Pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
With that fog developing, we'll have temperatures back to the mid-40s in Ocala, 54 in Orlando, 54 degrees in Melbourne. I mentioned we had those extra clouds along the coast. When you have clouds around, it's harder to get fog to develop. So you'll notice here in our visibility forecast that we don't have a ton, or at least as widespread, along the coast. So you see that white little footprint there on your screen. That's where the clouds or the forecast model is picking up on where the clouds are, where the fog is going to come back in. You see it could be thick in spots right around Orlando and Kissimmee, Poinciana, Celebration, especially inland of I-95. There still could be some patchy fog when we clear things out a little bit on the coast, but nonetheless, it's going to be thickest and most widespread to the west of I-95 and on the clearer side, at least from the fog, closer to the Atlantic coastline as we get into early tomorrow morning. Most of that lifts then by around 9 to 10 o'clock. But we will see a mix of clouds and sunshine tomorrow, still on the milder side, back to the low 70s. That's pretty much right where we should be for this time of the year. Temperatures, again, back to the mid-70s with a light wind. Travel going okay right now. Most of the major hubs, if you're planning on taking a flight out later tonight or tomorrow, the big trouble spots are going to be, you see this system here in blue, that's going to be the snow that's going towards parts of interior New England. So if you're heading to places like Buffalo, upstate New York, Vermont, Maine, watch out for that tomorrow. We're showing green out west right now from Seattle to San Francisco. You see some of the rain, though, the radar picking up. That's going to be a pretty significant storm, some heavy mountain snow out that way and some heavy rain in the lower elevation. So that could cause some travel issues tomorrow. So just keep that in mind if you're going west. Locally, looking pretty good. We're going to see more clouds than sunshine, I think, on Christmas Day. Rain chances about to 30% now. I think the highest opportunity, relatively speaking, on the coast, but there could be a few extra stray showers trying to push in from the west. But nonetheless, I don't think it's going to wash out your day if you're planning on using some new gifts outside. 76 degrees on Wednesday, 77 on Thursday. We're going to keep about a 20% shot for showers in the mix through the upcoming weekend, guys.
Coming up in the morning, time is running out to get those last-minute holiday gifts and meals.
We'll run down the Christmas Eve hours for some of the area's most popular stores.
Plus, your Pinpoint forecast every 10 minutes. We'll see you for News 6 Mornings, 5 to 7 a.m.
7 years ago, tragedy struck on New Year's Eve. 2 women were killed in a crash while driving home. The driver who hit them accused of going more than 120 miles an hour.
Since then, neighbors along Orange Avenue in Orlando near Winter Park have been pushing for results, and today we are starting to see them. Crews have started to make safety improvements along Orange Avenue between Clay and 1792. News 6's Catherine Silver explains how this will stop crashes.
How fast are cars going on Orange Avenue?
The speeds were always over the speed limit.
It was too fast until now. This is something you all have really been waiting for. We met Stephen Patagus so he could show us the improvements FDOT has made to this stretch near 1792. He has lived here since the 80s and also happens to be president of the HOA.
When we first moved here, this was only 2 lanes. And then FDOT increased it to 4 lanes, and the speed picked up immediately. And since then, we lived with kind of terror of all this traffic going really fast because it's a long stretch. It's a half a mile. It was a half a mile without any speed control.
No control and numerous crashes.
This is our driveway.
We've covered them through the years. In 2017, 2 women were killed on New Year's Eve when they were hit by a driver police say was going 128 miles an hour. It's a long time coming.
Yes. Yeah, it was too long, but FDOT responded really quickly. Unfortunately, it took a fatal accident to make that happen.
Take a drive or a walk down Orange today, and you'll see where there were 4 lanes, there are now 3. The middle is a turn lane. This is one of the biggest improvements right here.
This is a great addition. This is something the neighborhood insisted on, was a crosswalk, because otherwise you had to walk a half a mile to get to a crosswalk. And this way we have a rapid flashing beacon that's going to be operational soon, and it's right at our park.
So it forces people to slow down.
Yes, because it's a speed table.
What's the feedback been like from the neighborhood?
The neighbors are thrilled. Yeah, it's much safer pulling out from intersections, from driveways.
Even before crews finish construction, Patagus says the danger has diminished. It's a safer solution. A real need met with real results. New and improved for the new year and 2025?
Yeah, we're thrilled.
In Orange County, Catherine Silver, getting results, News 6.
Well, every year in December, there is a spike in drunk driving crashes. The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles says there were 507 alcohol-related crashes last December. That's more than any month in the year. Nationally, nearly 37 people each day are killed by drunk drivers. With Christmas season, Attorney General Ashley Moody is asking Floridians to have a plan to get home safely before going to holiday events over the next week.
Always be on the lookout. Know that more impaired drivers are on the road, that this is a month of increased activity for drunk driving accidents. If you spot an impaired driver, make sure that you report that immediately.
Moody says anyone who suspects a drunk driver on the road can call Star FHP so a trooper can be on the lookout for that driver.
Well, it's become a holiday tradition of sorts. Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song is marking 30 years.
What?
Put on your yarmulke.
Oh my gosh.
For Hanukkah. The Saturday Night alum first debuted that song during the Weekend Update segment on December 3rd, 1994. Over the years, Sandler has expanded the song, added different lyrics and cultural references, but the tune has stayed the same. Sandler says the song's been especially meaningful to his family, including several cousins, and says even today, when he hears it on the radio, he gets excited. I was
30 years?
30
That's
years,
wild.
Ginger.
My back hurts just reading that it's 30 years right now. But everyone knows that you start singing it, and people know parts of
Very
it, not
catchy.
the whole thing. Yeah.
Very catchy. And I was just asking Ginger if she could spell yarmulke.
I could not.
I
thought I could.
could not either.
I thought I could.
Jonathan, do you have?
I couldn't do it, no.
No.
Couldn't do it.
Justin, let him have it.
W-A-R.
Wait a minute.
W-A-R-M-U-L-K-E or K-L-E, something like that. It's not what you would expect. Anyway, I saw that and I was like, wow. I would have never.
I'm not going to win that
gotten
spelling bee.
No.
That's for sure. Hey, thank you for watching News 6 at 6:30. Stream News 6 online anytime on our News 6 Plus Smart TV app.
We break news on clickorlando.com. See you later.